So if you didn't know, one of the goals of this 30-day series is at the end of it, I want to have a bag built. Like if I was on Team Prodigy, this is what I would throw. This is what I recommend you guys to maybe try out. And just after testing everything, what I like the most. Now, for these casual round videos, that's probably where I'm going to update you on the changes made. And honestly, we kind of have a lot. Let's start with the mid-range department. We got an M2 that we're giving the second chance, but in a different plastic. We got an M1, which I've thrown a couple times and I was pleasantly surprised. We got the Archive in the bag, as well as a Spaceman M4. Now, you guys know I've been looking for that complement to the M4, that little bit more stable. This is a little bit more stable, but then obviously the Archive even a little bit more. We've got some good Frisbees sent out to us, not even just from Prodigy. I got this, I think it's a Prodigy Club Box exclusive PA2, and this thing has been money. I've heard from multiple people that they love this run. Drivers, what do we got? We got the feedback side hand slinger disc right there. We added the F1 into the fairway lineup. I wasn't sure if I needed it at first because I thought the F2 could kind of do the same thing, but then I had the F2 flip on me a couple times, a little too much. We needed the F1, so that is in the bag. The D1, the big boy. This one, nice little like pop top, not like anything crazy, but super good hand feel. Thrown this in a couple casual rounds off camera, and I was doing some things with it, to say the least. So excited for this one as well. Putters, PA3s, PA4s up top. Today we're gonna be going 2 off the tee, as well as 2 on the putts, just because we're trying to get more reps up. Let's get out there.
There's 3 keys to disc golf: driving, approaching, and putting. You need all 3 to do this disc sport.
Hole number 1, 286 feet. Beautiful shot, honestly, for the M2 and the M1. We're just trying to dial in that straight to nice and stable, a little bit of hyzer mid-range. Parked. So when it comes to the M1 and the M2, at least the 2 that I have, the M2s are much more overstable. But the reason I put this new 500 M2 in the bag is because it seems to actually fly. It has a little bit of glide, but it also has a lot of beef at the end of the flight. You can see I kind of had to hang that one real wide, and then it finally swung back right at the end. Whereas that M1, it seems relatively new. It is like used, but it really pushes nice, but then still has like a little bit of finish, you know? So I don't know, we're gonna have to figure it out. It's more like, what do I need out of that slot? And then we also have the Archive, but I feel like the Archive maybe has a little bit more distance potential. So we'll continue to see and figure it out. Can't really complain about these though. $240 feet basket up on that. It's like on a log, and I gotta clear those logs, otherwise I'm toast. Honestly, I kind of like the M2 for this shot once again. I just gotta remember to give this disc height. Now look at it hook up. Okay, am I gonna fall in love with the M2 actually as like the most consistent mid-range ever? Like you can smack it and it flies like a normal one, and then at the end it flies like it's an MX1 with the beefiest finish ever. We'll go Archive here. Dude, I might ace. A little deep with both of them. Actually, I thought the Archive was maybe parked. Let me know if you guys have ever, Minnesota Slide, ever tried putting with the PA4s, because they're a very unique putter. Oh, you baby. Dang it. Hole 3, I think it's like 160 feet. Basket up on the stump there. I'm gonna try and ace this because, like, obviously we got the PA3, PA2. I'm gonna go PA3 first. I might be in the water. I might be in the basket. Oh, well, the ace run was definitely worth it because I honestly thought I was chinging it, but now we look like we got kind of a obstructed putt. Deep. Dang. I feel like the reality is with 160-foot holes, you have to par them in order to have fun, because if you don't par them, it means you didn't even give it a chance to ace. Just my thoughts. 354 feet, dead straight, but obviously we got some water in between, so if we noodle arm it, we're toast. And I am not about to go in the water to get my frisbee right now. We're gonna go FX2, and then we're gonna go FF1. F1. A little bit of a tail, so we really gotta hit this flat, little even drag left to right maybe. That looks money. Oh, is that short? Oh gosh. I mean, not bad, a little short, a little short. That was definitely a noodle throw. The F1, that's making me nervous now, but we're gonna commit. A little more hyzer push line maybe. Oh, I didn't flip up in time. I'm still trying to dial that one in, as for the most part I was throwing an F2, and every once in a while I flip too much, so I gotta kind of bridge the gap. Oh, won't even cap, guys. Did the intro for this hole and was like, I'm gonna sling some side hands. Didn't really think of the fact that right where I want to throw my side hand is this nice bush, I guess you could call it, and I threw it straight into it. I did clear the water, but I kind of realized it's a backhand hole, so mulligan. 350, we're going to FX2. I didn't come back. I kind of torqued it, let's be real. FX2 has been one I've really been enjoying, but I've also, I'm still dialing in how much flex you can put on it and get it to come back, you know, because it's pretty overstable, but also not like a meat hook. Just for something smooth, we're gonna take this D1. Yeah, so I'm not sure what plastic that is, maybe like a Glimmer 500 or something like that, but by the time you guys are seeing this, I'll probably have them in hand, but I have the reblend D1s and D2s coming to me, which I'm super excited about. So far, the distance drivers are something where it's been, I don't know if I'd call it hit or miss, but some of them I like, some of them I don't love the hand feel, but I've only heard good things about the D1 and D2 and the reblend plastic, so I'm super excited for those. Okay. Man. This next hole says it's only 361 feet, but it looks way further. And I've thrown it quite a few times, and I swear it played further, but we're gonna go D1, just see what happens, I guess. Okay. I thought the D1 would fight out a little more than that. I tried to give it a little drag left to right, but I mean, beautiful flight, but thought she'd have a little more beef. I've always been the type of player who at least feels like they can learn discs really fast, kind of adapt to them really fast, and kind of know how to throw them within, you know, the first 5 throws of that disc. And I think I can do that to a certain extent, but sometimes I'm out here filming these videos with a whole bunch of brand new discs and I feel like I'm a little hard on myself. Like, I won't park the shot and I'll be mad. And it's like, you know, you've only thrown that disc like 7 times and there's a headwind. You know, it's like you can't expect perfection, but I kind of expect pretty good. These are kind of the holes that make me question my abilities as a disc golfer though, because I threw a D1 distance driver on a 360-foot hole and I only got the pin high. Now there's a headwind and I wasn't trying to like throw it far, just nice and smooth, but I thought I was like 40 feet past and we're right here. Oh. Okay. Can't hang them out, guys. They're PA4s. I think this is the longest hole out here. Let me check. 425. Okay. A little smacker. We got the D1. Let's see what we can do. We got the worst wind possible. A little heady. Maybe a little left to right heady. I don't know. The thing I don't like about Vander Yacht is the T-pads are so short and it's so muddy out here that you have to start in the mud. Ugh. Yeah, not bad for the run-up I was able to, like, to get there, but not the best shot either. I'll go with the D2. So while we walk, I want to talk to you guys about a Frisbee, the D4. Now, the D4 is a great tailwind bomber, but funny enough, I went and played a casual round down at South Fork in North Bend, if you know the course. Me and Clint were out there and I was laying down some rollers. I was laying down some rollers with the D4 and the H4 V2. And I can't throw rollers, never have been able to. And I threw some crazy rollers. And now I'm not even saying it's these discs, it's just I finally found a couple discs that are the right stability for me to get down, and they're actually like gonna go fast enough. And you know, in the past I could never throw a roller further than I could already throw, so it, you know, didn't make a ton of sense. But then I was throwing these way further than I could throw, and I was like, oh. So unfortunately today we're walking through basically a swamp in these fairways, so no rollers could be had. But this hole, I would have definitely loved to lay down a roller. And the D4 and the H4 V2, good Frisbees for rollers. A little short, not bad honestly. It's probably about a 400-foot shot with the D1 with a very inadequate run up. Can we make a single putt today? That's the real question. We're gonna be trying here. I think I'm gonna go PA3s on this putt. The PA4s, I like the idea of them. You know, you put them right on the pole, follow through, they're straight. But there's something about a beaded stable putter that you just trust. I think it's hard to like argue that point. See what I mean? Player 2. This hole's 350 feet. Nothing in the way other than when you get to the basket. Feedback. Huh. Not the worst throw. A little bit more, probably just not great on my part. Kind of rolled it, I feel like. H3 V2 is going to be a little more of like a finessey guy than the feedback. Yeah. The slightly stable, I don't know if you want to call it overstable mid. We got the Archive M2, M1. I'm gonna hit these on kind of that nice like left to right and see how they drag back down. Archive. See, that's a beauty. You know what I mean? Pump it on that flex line. Never burns over on you, but definitely pushes out with you. We're gonna go M1 next. I think this one actually is probably the straightest of the three that I'm testing right now. Yeah, that definitely has the most turn. Yeah, I feel like that one just immediately popped to flat. We're even getting a little fade out. Man, I'm glad I gave that M2 a second shot though. So after the few throws that I've had with this M2 today, I think I've realized where this disc is valuable and why the way I was trying to throw it before just simply wasn't correct. I was trying to throw it just on a power hyzer and get it to push. This disc needs height. You gotta give it some height. And I think where it shines is almost like that overstable mid-range slot, even though it doesn't really give that vibe, but you can crank it on a little flex or flat and it's gonna push and then just dump out of the flight at the end. And today made me really like this one. I threw the 400 one I was throwing first, and then this one, both in the field before the round today, just one time. I wanted to see if there was a difference. This one seemed to have a lot more glide, a little bit less of a brick. So there could be something there as well, but I'm glad I gave this M2 another shot because going forward right now, I think it's gonna like stay in the bag for now. So I've also never played this hole yet. I just looked, it's 284. We're gonna go M2. Oh, that is, I mean, yeah, I thought it would turn a little more. See how much stability that M2 has? Bro. We're gonna go ahead and throw the PA2 and the A4 off the short tee here as well. I just feel like it shapes up so good. Yeah. Bro. Well, this round ended up being a little more casual than I initially anticipated, but in reality, all I'm trying to do right now is just continue to dial in these Prodigy Frisbees, figure them out, learn them, so I can tell you guys what I think. But I think for the sake of my arm being a little bit sore right now, we're just gonna cut this one at 9. Sorry to disappoint if you wanted more Frisbees today, but go watch an old video. Go back to one of your favorites. You know what I mean? Go check out some of that old content, or head over to the Patreon, you know, where I post other content. You can get bonus videos over there. But let's make this putt. Well guys, that's gonna do it for this one. 30-day Prodigy series. If you're not all caught up at the end screen, the whole series will be right there. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.
Creator of Frisbee Club, motherfuckers.
The man, the myth.
And right here, I have a Frisbee bag. It holds all my Frisbees, the ones I like.